Alberto, in race 4, Rule the Roost. This is a horse you've done all the work on. You've ridden in every start so far. What do you make of his chances going into this race?
Well, we changed the race course. He ran always in shut-in. This time we try in the Happy Valley. 1650, new track, different place, and under the lights. Maybe it can be better for him, because actually we believe he can do a 1600 meter, and in Happy Valley, in shut-in last time, we didn't find out the tempo on the race. The pace was so slow, and probably that is the solution to run in Happy Valley, because always the pace is on, and new track, softer ground with a bit more cushion on the track probably will be the good things for him.
What about the horse himself? How difficult is he to ride? You've already mentioned he doesn't settle that well in the running.
Actually, last year he was always jumping a bit slow. He got some issues in the gate, but this year he's jumped quite fast. But unfortunately, we have to ride him on the back to let him finish. And this make me a bit in trouble, because last time was slow pace, and then some pumping on the corner, and we have to track wide in the straight, and still get some bumping in the straight, and he finished on well.
Just finally, a question about you personally. I think it was the end of January when your last winner arrived. How much of a struggle has it been after that fall you had earlier in the season?
Actually, when I start the season, I believe to have a nice season, because the people already knows me since last year. Last year, in 6 months, I won 17 races. What was that great, but wasn't that bad. I get some places in the Group 1s, and it was good. Then I had my accident, my hip fracture, and I rushed a little bit more to come back, because I want to get more support, of course. But that doesn't happen, and now I'm struggling to get good rides, and I'm always getting horses with no really good chances, and it's impossible to win like this. I didn't give up. I keep working, and let's see, because if you are a nice person, you work hard, and I believe I'm an okay jockey. My chance will come again.
Neil, top laurels in race 5. You've got a good association with this horse. Are you happy to be back on board on Wednesday night?
Yeah, look, it's nice to get a go back on him. He's been running quite consistent this season, all season in fact. He's tried a bit of Happy Valley and a bit of the dirt, but he's not doing anything wrong really. He's running quite well. He feels quite well, and he still feels in that frame of mind. So, look. He's got a bit of a tricky draw. He's going to have to walk around that a little bit, but he's come from tricky draws before and won. So it always depends on how he steps away and what sort of speed's in the race, and determining how I'm going to ride him.
You've galloped him recently. Is he a fit and happy horse?
Yeah, he's very fit. Look, he's had plenty of runs this season. He's pretty fit, and he looks well. And look, he's going to go in there in the same sort of frame of mind and the same fitness and the same health. And look, just need a little bit of luck from the draw, and a little bit of luck in the race, and hopefully he can get his head in front this time.
Neil, in race 7, Harrier Jet, third over the course and distance last start in what appeared to be a pretty strong race. Were you happy?
Yeah, he quite surprised me, because he's always been a horse that has needed a good gate to perform at his best, and when he's had to go back in his races from a bad draw, he hasn't been able to quite finish off. So, look, we just spoke to Paul last time, and he said, look, he's not going to win a race by going random, so just go down the inside and just ride him for luck. And they put a bit of pace in the race halfway, and luckily he just hugged the fence all the way around, and he got clear running in the straight, and he closed off quite strongly. But look, he might have to do that again tomorrow. But look, he's in good form. He feels well, and hopefully he's going to be determined how fast they go. If they go slow and he's at the back, it's going to be a little bit tough for him. But if they go fast and he can just go back and slide down the fence and get all the look on all the gaps, he might be able to repeat the dose and get his head in front.
I was about to ask you about the tactics. Drawn in barrier 8, it does look quite tricky.
Yeah, look, he's not the fastest away, so kind of snookers you into having to just take him back a little bit and ride a bit of a race on him. But look, it's going to be determined what sort of speed's in the race, and if they go fast and he can get down the inside and get all the breaks, then he's more than capable.
8 rides for you on the night, including country star for John Size in the last. Is it flattering to be asked? I know you've never ridden the horse before, but is it flattering to be asked to ride such a horse?
It's always been flattering to be asked by John Size to ride his horses. Look, he's the reigning champion trainer. His horses are in rich vein of form, that they're winning everywhere, and luckily for me that he gave me another opportunity after having an opportunity on the weekend for him, and hopefully we can just get a winner on the board for him and move on from there.
Is he your best chance on the night, country star?
On paper he is, yes.
Matthew, Storm Signal in the last. You weren't riding, but he was pretty unlucky in the straight. Are you happy to be on board this one?
For sure, he seems to be in form. He's freshened up nicely for this race. He hasn't drawn too badly, so hopefully we get a nice run.
Is he an easy horse to ride?
So far, he hasn't given me any difficulties, so hopefully it stays that way. And I say hopefully we get a nice run through and can finish on top.
Overall, what about the race as it stands? It's obviously pretty hot competition in it, but with your boy, he's a very consistent galloper this season.
Exactly, he's shown his form. He's been very consistent in his placings, and if he continues, who knows?